Hey guys, sorry it's a little dark. Well, if I step back a little bit, maybe you can see me. So a couple quick things. Welcome to the first boxing boot camp block of sessions, 6 weeks long. It's very important that you, right now, go to your calendars, mark off these dates, 4:30 p.m. Fridays, October 23rd, November 6th, November 13th, November 20th, December 4th, December 11th. It's very important that you make time in your schedule for those Fridays. We won't be able to do makeups. So I really want for each of you to get the most out of your 6-week blocks with us. They are 50 minutes. That gives us time to warm up, time to cool down, and you will be out by 5:30 every Friday night. That being said, I want to go over a tutorial here on the bag so that you get the most out of your boxing experience with us. And then I'll talk a little bit about what you can expect from the boot camp strength and endurance side of things, okay? So only 6 of you will be able to work out with us at a time because we need to social distance with the TRXs especially. So you're gonna have some opportunity to get stronger using the TRX and train on the TRX, which is where I'm gonna spend a lot of my time. And you guys on the bags, I will give you combinations as we go along, but you'll be spending some of your own time on the bags with the combinations I'm giving you. Those of you in the TRXs and those kinds of things are going to need some personal training coaching. So let's talk about boxing. I want to give you some keywords that you're going to probably even want to get in front of a mirror and practice on your own. Okay, there's such a thing as a lead side, and that is only going to come into play when you are doing a combination that requires a right concentration or a left concentration. Okay, then you're going to have boxer stance, which is when you are squaring up and your 2 feet are directly beneath your hips as opposed to a left lead or a right lead, okay? So behind a bag, it would look like I will show you from behind the bag and then I'll show you from behind me. So if you're behind the bag, you could technically walk right up to your bag and hug it in a front stance because your feet are underneath your hips and you're squared up to the bag. The front stance from behind looks like this. So see how both of my feet are directly under my hips and I could walk up and hug this bag. Very important that you listen for those cues because that's going to be used in part of the workout. All right, so that's front stance. The next thing you'll hear often is right side lead or left side lead. So if you are left side lead, your left foot is slightly in front of your right, and this back leg, your right leg, when you're leading left, is going to often pivot on the toe to push your hips and your knees into alignment with each other. So if you're standing like this, but you're hitting an opponent who's in front of you, you're potentially going to injure yourselves because your hip and your knee now is not in alignment with the way that you're to be torquing your hits, okay? So if you're leading left, you're going to lead this way, and you're gonna drive that left punch out. From the back leg, if you are in a left stance, left lead stance, the back punches, anytime you hit from the back, whether it's a cross, which is this, or an uppercut right, so cross or uppercut right, or hook right, notice my leg, my knee, my hip is all in alignment as I throw the punch. That also supports the core, and you also are reactivating your core to the punch or the block or the offense or the defense, okay? So in the same way, if your right side is leading, you're stepping, pointing this toe forward, and you can always punch by leaning in on the right side lead. If you're crossing, it's coming from the left side or behind, uppercut on the left as well, and a hook on the left as well. So you're gonna pivot and power with that left foot on the toe. See my toe, how my heel's lifted, all right? And a hook in the same way, pivot. Now, what you're gonna wanna understand is if you start to notice some sensitivity in your Achilles or underneath your foot, it's oftentimes just because of this movement where you're pushing and powering on your toe a lot. So sometimes I actually just stand like this if I'm getting some sensitivity there. That way I know I'm squared forward, but I know that I'm also driving from more power behind because that foot is behind, all right? Now I wanna talk to you about, and we can do this too, squared up to the front stance. We can jab, these are always alternating. If I say alternating, that means you're square to the front. So it's that, or it's alternating uppercuts as well, or uppercut hooks, all right? Now let's talk about kicks, all right? So let's talk about the knee drive first. Knee drives can be powered by jumping, or they can be powered by just really strong drives and strong lean away, and they can also be quick for cardio. So the moral of the story on your knee drive is to lean away and drive the knee up. So you're always gonna lean back, drive up, and come back down. So you're leaning away, driving up, pull the elbow behind your hip. All right, so quickly, it looks like that. If you're jumping, it looks like that. You're always pulling down someone's neck on your knee. All right, so you've got left knee drives and right knee drives. If you don't want to jump, you don't have to jump, okay? Let's talk about front kicks. Same thing, lean away. That drives with power through the ball of your foot, right into your opponent's chest. So on a bag, it looks like this. You're leaning away, let me push the bag over here. You're leaning away and you're bringing that knee up first. And then you're kicking out with the ball of your foot, bringing the knee and the foot back in and then down. So it has a few parts to the movement. It's a knee, out, in, down. Lead with the knee, kick out, in, back down. So from the front stance, it looks like this. Knee up, kick, in, and back down. All right, sometimes you'll see an opportunity for repeat kicks or stepping away. If you're a tempo person with the music, you can step, kick, step, and put that other right foot behind you. So if it's a left front kick, it's step, knee up, kick in, down, step back with the right, okay? It just gives you a little way to reset that kick. You can alternate as well, so you're knee kicking. So there's that move. There's this move, step down, lean away, kick out, come back in, and down, all right? Now, let's talk about the roundhouse kick. It looks like if you're a dog peeing on a fire hydrant, okay? So you're gonna lean away, you're gonna bring the knee up, you're gonna kick them with the top of your foot or your shin. So right here and right here on a bag, it looks like this. Lean away, bring the knee up, kick out, bring it back in, and down. Okay? And you can also add that step out in the back, like that, all right? So facing you on the right side, okay? And then we're gonna talk about a back kick, okay? So your back kick, you are gonna look over that shoulder. You're gonna bring the knee up, kick out with the heel, bring it in, back down. So you're kicking your opponent again, right up here, or on the bag, you look up, find the bag, kick out, bring it in. If we're doing a combo to the beat, if you want, you can do a front knee back kick, step out front. All right, so from the front, it looks like this. Back kick, step out front. Back kick, step out front. If you're alternating, it's a back kick over the shoulder, back kick over the shoulder. All right, so it's in and push it out, bring it in, back down. Try those things a couple of times because you're gonna wanna know what it looks like because then you'll know what it feels like and then you can reciprocate that thought. Same thing with elbows. So if you want to do a slicing, a Muay Thai move, you're gonna take that hand, you're gonna lead with the open palm and you're gonna right down your opponent's nose. So like right if it was right here. And then if you're slicing from back elbow, it's this way, all right? There's also, so it's either this, okay, or this. We won't do that much. And then there's the back fist. So you're gonna take your hand, elbow is lifted, and you're hitting this way. Elbows lifted, hit that way. Couple quick pointers. You always wanna have your elbows on a jab or a cross. You always wanna have your elbows up and not, you don't wanna punch someone here, right? You're actually punching someone in their nose, their lips, or their chin. Anytime you're jabbing, anytime you're crossing, nose, lips, chin. And when you're not hitting with one hand, you're guarding with the other. Sometimes I just touch my knuckles to my cheek, all right? And then the last thing is, when you are doing uppercuts or hooks, you wanna remember that the contact surface of your hands are your knuckles, so you wanna have a nice tight grip, and the target on your opponent for an uppercut is underneath their chin. So you wanna come right up underneath, drive with powering from the floor, use that leg, that foot from the floor underneath their chin. And then on the hooks, you wanna get them in their temples or their jaw. So you're gonna guard and you're gonna lift that elbow, same thing, that elbow comes up, it's parallel to the floor. You're gonna power from the floor with the leg and the foot, and then the same thing on this side. All right, so you wanna have your bag nice and close. Anytime you're boxing, you use those elbows as a defense for your core right here, for your torso. So keep them in nice and close. Never really anything like this, okay? That means your opponent's way too far away and you're not really gonna do any damage. So in the uppercuts, you're nice and close. And then for your hooks, same thing, nice and close. You don't wanna be so far away like that, because then you're really not gaining any ground with them, right? So you wanna be up close, elbow high, up close, elbow high, right? All right, so I'm super excited. I made myself some notes. Oh, the app. So those of you who are using the app, I'm going to do a separate tutorial on how to set the app up, get you into the app because it has a whole bunch of other coaching stuff in there, separate from the bootcamp app, so that we can get you up and running to target your heart rate and watch all of that start happening on Friday. The other notes I have, oh, keep in mind, if you are getting your heart monitor, that's going to waive your cost of the heart monitor for the challenge that's up and coming. And yeah, we'll go from there. I'm so excited. This is gonna be a lot of fun. All right, so we will talk to you guys soon. And let me know if you have any questions.